short story. Let me start, recording the session first. Okay. So here is, a short story that I want to tell you before we start the session, so that you know why you're here and why I feel that I am the right person to tell you about the topic that we're covering today. Now, picture this with me, all right? Year 2016, a heavily pregnant teacher who just came out of a classroom, been teaching for like 4 hours, so a 4-hour classroom, and heavily pregnant, reading a book that says teaching online, how to teach online. So it was like a dream to me, because the thing is, I was feeling it's sort of a fairy tale to have to be able to stay at home and at the same time do the thing that you like the most, which is teaching. So I got the book and I started to read, and voila, 4 years later, in Untitled 2020, I presented about how to teach online for other teachers, because back then I've been teaching for like 2 years in online. You're saying much noise? The whole classroom is empty, is also muted, so everybody's muted. How about that now? So imagine this. January 2020, I was presenting in the Nile TESOL, trying to preach and educate other fellow teachers and convince them that teaching online is manageable, and it is something that, the physical teaching or the physical classroom has got nothing on online teaching. So and the session or the attendees back then in the day, they were like, I'm not really sure. They were quite skeptical about that, and other teachers had their concerns. So, all right. Okay. Funny enough, 3 weeks or 3 months later, everybody was forced into online teaching. And I don't feel that everybody's quite comfortable, and most teachers, or the majority of the teachers that I have talked to, feel that they haven't got the hang of it yet, and that they wish to have better training and to give better, experience for their attendees as well. So without further ado, let me start the session. Now, normally I would ask you to read with me what we are talking about today, what is in our agenda, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to ask you to put on 2 different hats: the teacher's hat and a student hat. I don't know about you if you like Hogwarts or not, but let's see this one here. This one you see in front of you here. This is the student hat. This one, and this one is the teacher hat. So during the session today, you would be putting different hats. One which is the teacher's, another which is the student. All right. Oh, here's Mr. Rida. Hello, Mr. Rida.
Hi, how are you?
I'm sorry, can I ask you, you have control now over the session. I need you to make me the main host, because you are now the main host and I'm the co-host. So can you alter this? Can you make yourself the co-host and I'm the main host? You know how to do that?
Maybe.
Okay, so go next to my name in the participants.
Yes.
You will see an option named More. You see that option?
No.
Next to the participant's name.
Participant's name. Yes.
Participant's name,
Yes.
exactly. I want you to hover over my name. Go over my name with the mouse.
Your name is
Yes, my name, IELTS and More.
again.
IELTS and More. IELTS and More. Look in the chat box. I'm going to write it for you. IELTS
No.
and More. That's my name, okay? Now I want you to make me the main host now. Can you do that?
I saw it once, but now I can't see it. Can
Over
you hear
my
me?
name, next to my name, there is an option called More. You see it?
Maybe. Is that?
Let me show it to you, right? All right. Have a look here with me.
Did I?
See that option More? The word More here?
Yeah.
Okay, click on it. You will find Make Host.
Make host.
Yes, can you do that?
No, there is no option said make host
Okay.
in front of me.
All right, I'll tell you what. Why don't you just make yourself mute and I will control the session, okay?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Make yourself mute, please. All right, thank you so much. Well, technicalities of problems happen all the time, so. All right. The minute the session goes 100, I'm just going to close the session, lock it, so that no other people will join us and so that you will not hear the bell sound anymore. All right, okay. Let's start something here. Okay. As I said, I'm not going to tell you what is the component of the session today or what do we have in our agenda, and you will decide that at the end of the session, okay? But first, I want you to try do this poll here in front of you. Do you see the option of the poll? There is a question that I have posted here. The question says, activities in physical classroom cannot be used online. Yes or no? Very good. I see people now voting. Very good. Okay. All right. Okay. Excellent. Okay. So the majority feels that now I have 62% of the attendees feeling that no, activities in physical classrooms cannot be used online. Others feel like 38% of the attendees feel that, yeah, they can be. All right. Great. Okay. All right. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, you have just witnessed the first tool that you can use in your own classrooms. A very, simple tool through the Zoom program that you can use in your classroom. And what's more, there is absolutely zero preparation time. You just type in the question and the options and then launch poll. Everybody gets that. Now I have a question for you here. I want you to, let me share the results with you. Have a look at the results. What did I do now? I created a poll and I actually, all right. There you go. And I started sharing that poll with you. I want you to put on your teacher's hat and think with me. In what ways can you use polls in your classroom? Take a minute, consider this. What ways can you use polls in the classroom? You can write your answer on the chat box if you want to. Okay, take care that you are answering me in private. All right. Wow, look at the ideas here. Okay, very good. So investigate opinion, games and competition. The question is posted in the PowerPoint. Deciding on exams or deadlines. Excellent, Samah. Survey Islam to find out about the preferences of activities. Okay, preferred activities. Yeah. Gathering information. Wow, look at that range. I hope that by the end of the session, I will be able to pull all these nice suggestions. All right. For me, I just, thought of pop quiz, opinions, feedback, but of course you came on with way more and better suggestions. There is one thing though I need you to remember. You cannot see who chose what at the poll, but listen to that. You can get a detailed report afterward. You can go to your own account, and in the settings, you will find the word poll, and you will be able to see who chose what. So if you're making a quiz, pop quiz, you would want to know who got the listen more than the other, so you would know that later on, but not in front of the students. And I consider that a plus. Why is that? Why is it a plus that nobody can see who did what or who chose what by the teacher, but later on? Why is that a plus? Let me check your chat. Thank you so much, Mr. Ahmed. Thank you. That's it. So it says exactly, Sharif. Excellent. Yes, absolutely. All right. Yes, Samah, exactly. So it's anonymous. Nobody sees who did what, but you as a teacher, you have that secret weapon. You know about that, and you don't have to tell them, so that they feel, they feel secure to tell their opinion no matter what. All right. So that was our first simple tool that can be an enormous change into making the session way more interactive. Okay. Now we're going to play another game. I want you to put on the hat of the student again. All right. What you see in front of you here is called annotation. Do you see this option with you? I will allow you to annotate in a minute, but I urge you to exercise control over your desire to draw on my board, all right? I'm going to enable you to annotate on my board here again, okay? And I want you to choose this, you know, I want you to put a heart next to the suggestion that you like, all right? You see that option here? This is how you annotate. Go into annotation and then choose stamp. And from the stamp, you will choose a heart. Let me allow you to annotate, okay? Please do not make me regret that, okay? I know I'm going to regret it, but for the sake of trying, learning, and learning and error and stuff, let's do that, all right? All right, I want you to tell me, what web conference program do you use? Put a sticker next to it. Don't tell me in the chat box, in the sticker, from the annotation. Wow, look at the first heart, excellent. I don't have even to check my instructions. Great. Okay, 3 hearts for Zoom. Come on, try your hand, okay? It's a free reign now. You can draw on my screen now. Put the sticker. Do you want me to show how? One more time, look, go from annotation and then go use that sticker, the heart. Oh, look at, I love that. I love that about you, drawing the heart by your own hand. Now, that is so much fun, honestly. At least I feel so. Look, even, all right, got the picture. Okay. Don't you just love teaching? It's so much fun. Look at that screen now. All right. Ah, well, the fun and the party is over, all right? You're not going to be able to annotate anymore. I'm going to clear. Now, look, a simple tool I can, like that, clear everything and control who can annotate and who cannot. Go into the security option. If you click it, you will find plenty of options where you can control your classroom, your virtual classroom, like you control your physical classroom exactly. Why is that good? Why is that good? Can you write to me on that chat box? Let me show you again how to annotate. Look at that. Look at that, Shayma. Fantastic, okay. Now we've been having so much fun. I honestly can't remember having that much fun before. All right, so annotation. How can we use annotation for pedagogical purposes? How? I see raised hands. Let me unmute. Hello, Ilham. Is that you, Ilham, my trainer? Hello? Hello? All right. I've unmuted you. Ilham? Okay. Let me check your chat box here. Amani says you can allow the learners to take part in this session, which in turn gives them self-autonomy and enjoyment. Absolutely. Active interaction, that's Sharif. Yes. Motivate learners to join. Muhammad Abdel Sattar, yes, absolutely. Get students engaged. Hanan, yes. All right. But what could be the risks? What could be the risk? Thank you, Aya. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, Iman. Miss. You know, they're wreaking havoc over your board. And sometimes, if the session is, if the attendees, if you don't know them, like for example, today, I took a great risk trying to ask you to draw on my screen or share on my screen. That means that you don't know who did what. However, let me assure you this. There is again an option in the annotation where you can see who annotated. You can see their names. Yes. But then if you can see their names, if you can see who drew on your screen, if you told them not to, because you were using annotation yourself, then you will be able to see and their names will show. All right, have a look. Personally, when I use annotation, I use it to elicit error correction, to get participants to vote, to put a sticker next to the thing that they like, to describe and to draw themselves. They can draw on the screen. I open a whiteboard and I ask them to draw wherever they want to, for example, next to the question, maybe. We always have in our course books this activity that tells you tick the new vocabulary that you know and maybe put a cross next to the one that you don't know. Again, you can share your screen and ask them to tick the ones that they know. Personally, I'm going to try that very soon. I'm teaching face-to-face and in there is like, they always love this activity, eliciting, knowing how much they know beforehand by asking them to put a tick next to the one that they know or a cross next to the one that they don't know. But remember that you have to enable the option to show annotation for participants. So I suggest that you go over your account and go into the settings, have a look, try your hand over the options with your students. You'd be amazed at how much, that, Zoom program has got to offer for you. All right, let me check what you have here for me on the chat box. Is it available on mobile phone? Yes, Dua, it's available on mobile phones. Is annotation available on mobile versions? Again, the same question, yes. All right, take a screenshot because somebody asked me how to use annotation. Take a screenshot of my screen now. And then after the session, log in yourself, maybe invite one of your family members, a friend to join with you and experiment, try your hand with this annotation technique. Here, look at, I've just taken a print screen and put it here. I want you to take a screenshot and after the session, go in and try, as you being the host of the session, try your hand in annotation. Okay. Now that was me telling you how to use annotation. How about you? How would you use annotation in your own context? I'm sorry, Hanan, I meant eliciting and error correction. My bad. Yes, Asma, it's recorded. To brainstorm or illustrate diagram. Excellent, Amani. Hello, Heba. Have unmuted you. Ah, look at that. Vocabulary game for young learners. Feedback. Dua says, get feedback from my learners. Select or underline. Wow, I love that. I love that. Match or choose. Yes, Iman. Yes, exactly. Answer some questions. Islam is asking me a question, but it's in private, so you can't see it, and it's a very good question. The Zoom program that you are using, is it free or paid? I already have the paid one, of course, but I tried to go into the free version through a different account. I found that all those options that I'm sharing with you today is available in your own free version. Yes, okay. Great, fantastic. Fantastic, thank you so much. Okay. Back again, I want you to put in your student's hat. And let me show you something here. Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah. When you try to share your screen, you usually just choose this. Let me show you. You usually just go to the basic, and share either your own folder, your own general screen, or just the PowerPoint slide that you are showing, right? But did you know that you can share a part of your screen, a portion of your screen? This is wonderful for you to not to prepare a PowerPoint slide and just show a part of that PowerPoint. No, just open your own share screen, go to the advanced option here, and then portion of screen. This will allow you to control what part of the screen can the attendees see. Now, the problem about this option is that right now, today, only today, they have disabled it, and that they are applying or they are promoting and working on this option again. But it's going to be available very soon, where you'll be able to show a portion of your screen, a tiny part of your screen. But here is another thing. Sometimes, and I have seen many teachers make this big mistake. You are sharing not only the file that you want to share with the students, like the Word or the PDF, but you are sharing your complete screen, because it's the default option. Let me show it to you here. Here, when you go into the basic, please take care of this big mistake. When you go into the basic here, automatically Zoom tells you to share screen like that. And I have made this mistake before. And why is that a mistake? Did anybody figure that out before? Let me tell you this. If you share your screen and you have, like me, a WhatsApp option here, look what I have. So it's like an open deck. Everybody in the session can see your notifications, your personal message, your own computer. It's like they are sitting next to you here, and they can see everything going behind doors, inside the kitchen. And it is very dangerous, because I learned this the very hard way. One time, I was teaching an IELTS class, and in the last session, one of the students told me, Fatma, can you say hi to the mother's WhatsApp group of your daughter? I was like, How did you know that I have a WhatsApp group of mothers of my daughters and that they are asking about the lunch books and then they're asking about who lost what? And how did you know? So he told me, when you share screen, we see everything in your screen. Imagine my surprise. I didn't know that sharing screen means sharing the computer. It's like opening your own personal bedroom to your students to get in. Dangerous, absolutely dangerous. Let me tell you, I learned that the very hard way. So what you need to do is open the file first and then click on the file that you want to open and then share. Don't do this. Very, very dangerous. So Venus says, yeah, I tried that before. Yes, Hussein, yes. You wouldn't know, you know, I've been using, I told you, I've been teaching online for 2 years and I only figured it out like 7, 8 months ago when it was a complete shock for me. All right. But let's remember this in the option of the advanced. Here, sorry. Yeah. All right. Yeah. In this part here, sharing a portion of your screen. I would have loved today to play this game with you. I had a game, which is I'm going to show you a part of the picture, and then I ask you to guess what's the picture about. I need not prepare a PowerPoint slide for this. I need not prepare anything beforehand, just my wits and my ability and my control over this Zoom tool, and things would inshallah go very smoothly with you. But just okay, so that you don't go and try it right now, right today. Only today I feel they are disabling this option, but they will open it again and it is again free for everybody, even the ones who have the free version. All right. Another thing, I'm sorry. Look at this option here, music or computer sound only. When you do that, students cannot see anything on the screen. And I can do that right now with you. Let me try. Look at that. Look here. What do you see in your screen? What do you see in your screen now? Yep, the lecture. But can you see the PowerPoint slide? Or can you see what I am doing on my own computer right now? Now listen. Let me try again. What is the noise? So, and if I had the option that I was telling you about today, which is sharing a part of the screen, I would first share the screen with you, that part, and then because you wouldn't know that it is a shared screen of a train station, I would tell you, okay, now listen, and then turn off the screen and just put on, you can only see and hear what I want you to. Although I am freezing the screen for you and going on about my own business in the, in the kitchen, you wouldn't know what I'm doing. Can I, admit a secret with you? Something about, pausing the screen and stopping the share. Sometimes you are working from the course book, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes you just, you don't want to make a PowerPoint slide and you want to open the course book and teach from the PDF, right or not? Does that happen? Okay, I am getting yeses here. So I am not, yeah, okay. You're being honest with me, I'm being honest with you. And sometimes I need to, share the PDF with my students. Okay, that is the student's book. But if I'm sharing the PDF, this means any PDF that I am looking at, my students can see as well. But what if I am opening my teacher book? Do you want your students to see what you are doing in your teacher book during the session? Be honest with me. Do you want them to look inside your teacher book? Look at that. No, 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 no. Exactly. A useful tool is pausing share, pause share. And when you pause share, they only see the PDF, the freezed part of the PDF. They cannot see anything else like I'm doing right now. I am only sharing with you that hat. But what I am doing is I am moving between slides and you wouldn't know that I am doing that. Unless I do this right now, you again have an access to my complete screen. So don't go on preparing PowerPoint slides and spending hours and hours copying and pasting stuff from the course book because you don't want the students to feel that you are just opening the PDF and that you are too lazy. Listen, you can share part of the screen. Only the picture that you want them to see, only the exercise you want them to see. You don't want them to be, looking at all parts of the exercises from the book. You're getting that small part, they see that small part. You can freeze your screen and then go look at your teacher guide. You can share a complete video here. These are the options that you can do with the shared part. You can share a video and you can optimize screen sharing for a video clip. This means what? This means the complete screen becomes like a cinema. They see it all without any parts, without any options in the middle. No, they're like having a full version of a short video clip. And when this happens, they only see the video clip even though you have moved on with your PowerPoint or your PDF looking at other parts. They don't see that, they only see the video. And then, again, the pausing share. This is how you go about this. Please take a screenshot. Feel free to take a screenshot from this now so that after the session, you go and try your hand on these options. All right? Fantastic. Okay. Now here is to the part that I don't think most teachers utilize the most, the non-verbal feedback. Now, can I just make another poll with you here? Let me launch another poll with you and choose. What makes online classroom less engaging than physical ones? Choose the option that you feel the most. All right, no immediate feedback from students. Cannot students see students' faces? Some activities cannot be used online. Okay. No immediate feedback from students, others. Okay. For those who are writing others, could you tell me what is that in the chat box? Yes, Hussein, I think you might not have a very stable connection, but can I share a pointer with you about this, Hussein? But at the end of the session, okay? Remind me, I will answer you this point at the end of the session. technical problems, electricity, connection problems, weak network connection. That makes the session less engaging from your point of view. Some students just cannot stand sitting behind a screen. I agree. Kinesthetic one, like myself. Devices, electricity. Okay. All right. Let me share with you what you guys think here. The majority seems to think that the activities, the nature of the activities is the main problem. The fact that I cannot see my students' face so that I gauge the reaction. Yes, Amani, I agree. But change takes time, don't you think? Not all participants engage the whole session. All right. I believe that if the session is more than one half an hour, it will be boring. Oh, well, okay. All right. How about this? Let me get you back here. Have you ever tried using the nonverbal feedback? I mean, for example, asking your student a question and just asking them to give you, click a yes, click a no, click, if you want, for example, say, guys, do you want me to explain more about this? So if they click go slower, it's an indication for you to hold on and try to explain a bit more. Or maybe perhaps, all right, teacher, we got that. We know what you mean. Let's move on. So go faster. They click that. Or in the options of the more, you're trying to go with the reaction. Are you more into online learning? Can I ask you to do that right now? Are you into online learning, not teaching? I want you to give me a thumb up or a thumb down. And if I go next to you, I see Amani here is giving me the thumb up. Uh-oh. Mr. Mustafa, thumb up. Minna Magdi, thumb up. Okay. Oh, thumb down. Okay. But then sometimes you feel that, guys, do you want a break? Not you, not you. I'm telling the students, the virtual class, not you guys. Do you want a break? If they want to, they would just, click that part here, that mug. Or I need to go to the bathroom, teacher, but you don't want them to say that so that they don't disturb the session. They just give you this option. Or, a high five. Yeah, I totally agree using that part. But what I like the most about this is that this, you can see how many of your students giving you a yes and how many have given you a no. Go slower, go faster. So it's another way other than creating a poll. Look at that, Amani is giving me a high five. All right. Now here is the last thing. Oh, sorry, before we move on, can I ask you to tell me in the chat box, or if you want, raise a hand, and I will open the mic for you. What other ways or what creative way can you come up with to use these interaction parts here? As teachers, how can you make the best of these? Hint says you can know who quick. Oh yeah, hi Hint. By clicking the yes option, you can take students' attention in online. Oh yeah, that's one of the negative sides. All right, let me see who raised hands here. Asma. Hello, Asma. I've unmuted you.
Yes, hello. How are
Hi
you,
there.
Fatma?
So what other creative ways can you think of to use these interaction patterns?
Other than taking opinions would be agreeing and disagreeing about answers of questions.
Yes, agree.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, thank you.
Would you like to add more?
Taking permission.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, thank you so much, Asma. Let me
Pleasure.
see Amani.
Okay, we can use this in checking instructions. If you could,
Yes.
if you can understand this, or what are we going to do? Who can tell me? Or nominating someone when someone wants to answer something, he can raise his hand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Also, if you want to check their understand or their likeliness of something, they like this thing or not, they can use the thumbs up.
Excellent, excellent. I
Okay.
couldn't have, summarized it better than you. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Amani.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Oh, let me see that chat box here. We need some practice to apply. Absolutely, of course. Practice makes perfect. And if I were you, I would, grab my sister, my brother, any one of my family, get them into the session, use their mobile phones. Everybody can do that. And even you can figure out the kind of, because the interaction patterns varies. If you are using your mobile phone, it's a bit different than you using your computer. So it depends, and it just needs some time to figure it out and to feel comfortable around that. Agreed? Okay. All right. Are you a hopeless drawer like me? Look at the picture here. This is me trying to draw a cat. All right. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. I know what you're thinking, but I just can't draw. I honestly can't draw. I'm a hopeless drawer, and I have absolutely no idea how do teachers, even in real life, I just can't draw. So I have this fantastic tool here for you. I know it's not from Zoom, and I'm only doing things about the Zoom today, but I couldn't help myself. I wanted so much to share that with you. Let's play something together, all right? Let's play together, all right? There we go. Have a look at me hopelessly trying to draw the cat. Look. Woo! Okay, that's my way of trying to draw a cat with a mouse. And even if I had a pen, I wouldn't be able to draw the cat still. But look, that auto drawer program here, if you just try to make your own way around the drawer, you click here and look, a face of a cat. I don't like this one. I want another one. There you go. No, another one. I was trying to draw a smiley face, but it didn't work. There you go, a smiley face. A smiley face. Look. Let me try to draw a heart here, because I like to do that. Let's see. And look. Candies and stuff and hearts and flowers. Yes. I see big yeses here. Okay, enough playing, enough playing. So just again need to go on and take the risk. Take the risk. Try. What is the worst that could happen? Student laughing at you? It's a laugh. So what? Let me try to draw a tree here. I'm having so much fun. I don't want to stop. The application here is just a website called AutoDraw. Let me share it with you. No, it's not from Zoom. That's why I told you. I know it's not from Zoom, and I'm just having fun. Again, the name of the program is. Let me write it for you guys here on the chat box. AutoDraw.com. There you go. From Google Chrome. I just typed in AutoDraw and that's it. Oh yeah, I tried, Yeheba. I tried to see if it can color them, but no. And I think they only come in one color though. So I was like, I wanted to draw and to see if, there is a possibility for me, but oh well, the best we can ask of the program here. And you know what? You can download the stuff that you draw here and take that, put it into your own screen or into the, let's see, the PowerPoint slide, wherever. The sky is the limit. Too much of a bother, Mr. Ahmed. I would have tried to learn drawing. Way easier, wallahi. Let me share the link. There you go. How about that? All right. Okie dokie. Now, do you remember at the beginning of the session when I said, I am not going to share with you what we are doing today, but you, at the end of the session, going to share with me your takeaway. What did you find interesting, or what tool do you think you can use in your own classroom? Something that you didn't know about, something that you feel, oh well, it's worth trying. Let me check instructions. At the beginning of the session, did I share my screen, or I'm sorry, my agenda with you or not? No. What did I say? I said at the end of the session, you will? Oh, I'm eliciting instructions. Shame on me. Okay. Can you type in? Hold on. Let's have some fun, all right? If you are using your computer, you will be able to write on my screen here. Write down here what you've learned from me in the session today, or something that you want to go and try on your own. Let me go to the security. All right, you can now write. Oh, non-verbal feedback. Okay. Look what you see in the screen right now. I see that Mr. Mustafa just wrote something. Now that is Samia is writing. Samia is writing. Who wrote Bismillah? Let's see. Now I see you doing that pose. Zamzam, teaching is enjoyable if you can. Hind Sabri is writing here. Share. Options. So I see you. I see he was writing on my screen. And if any of the students take advantage of this, they can't, because you will be able to see them. I am a control freak by nature, and as a teacher, it's part of who I am. I like to take control, but I also like my students to feel relaxed in my classroom, to feel safe, to feel that they can express themselves. And a simple tool like that, showing me who is doing what, keeps me sane as a teacher, but at the same time, gives the student the impression that they have a free reign. They can do whatever they want as long as they abide by the rules that we have. Which one? iPhone is asking about what? There will be time for the question. I will just go on and ask you about that right now. There you go. Suddenly everything's gone. Suddenly nobody can write anything anymore. Can I just tell you something about the security though? Let me take a print screen. At the minute, you see, at the minute of doing the session, I take a print screen, I Control V, and I share what I want to share with my attendees, be that teachers, be that students, it doesn't really matter. I have control. Okay. In the security part here, you see the first option is lock meeting. So I came to the session, and this is me in my own classroom. I came to the session. You can't come after me. If you come after me, you know that you are late. And this cannot be usually done in virtual class, or so we thought. But no, it can be, because you know what? You can lock the meeting after you get in. So people who are late, you would know they are late. And the waiting room is a fantastic tool for you if you're going to play something like in the physical classroom. I put some of my students outside the classroom and tell them, come in. Now look, for example, for an option in the classroom that we have hidden from you. Again, I can put the students in the waiting room, kick them out of the meeting, put them in the waiting room. Of course, I tell them instructions first, and then tell the instructions to the attendees, and then get the students, admit him back into the session, and for example, he does the activity that we are doing. So I do not believe for a minute that an activity in a physical classroom cannot be done in an online one if the teacher is willing to do it. Again, look at this one here, renaming. You can ask the student to go into groups and to rename themselves as a group. So for example, instead of coming to the session with the name Fatma, 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 or Fatma, Sarah, Hind, and so on, no. You ask them to rename themselves again to work in a group with the same name, the Black Panthers, the Golden Fairy Tale, whatever. Again, the sky is the limit. Look here, you can make them annotate and you can withdraw that option from them. You don't want them to annotate anymore. Look here. Again, you can also disable chat, so they will not be able to talk together on the chat box. Like look now, try to write on the chat box. If you can't write on the chat box, give me a no next to your name in the interaction pattern. Look, Shaima is telling me no. There we go. Here is another no from Aya. Another no from Hen. Very good. Now look. There you go. Control. Exactly. Okie dokie. For me, I had so much fun today. Let me stop the share and then get back to you here. Questions time. Do you have any questions before we say goodbye for today? There you go, Aya. Aya, yes? Hello?
No, I just wanted to thank you very much for this amazing session. And actually, those tools we felt before that they are not so useful. You make them very useful, actually. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The pleasure is all mine. Honestly, you have no idea how much fun I had today. Amani, hello, Amani?
Yes, hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes,
Welcome.
hello, Amani. I
I'm
hear you
very
loud and
pleased
clear.
to join you. Okay. I have a problem.
Yes.
I have a problem in sharing my screen. When I share my screen on laptop, it gives me an error message. I don't know why.
So from your own computer, you try to share the screen, it gives you an
Yes,
error.
but I shared before. I had many sessions with my students before, but the last one I couldn't to share this screen. I don't know why it gives me an error message that I can't share my screen.
All right, are you sure that you have enabled the advanced sharing option? Because there are two options here, only host and all participants.
I used to share my screen, but after the update, I made update to Zoom. But that
yes.
happened after the update. I don't know why.
Which update? Because there were two updates. The 5-point version, I think it's the best. And if I were you, I would try to uninstall and install again. But if it didn't work, like restart the router. If it didn't work, you can simply contact them. The customer service there is fantastic. And even if you don't have,
Can you give me the link?
yes?
Can you give me the link of them? The link of the support?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Can I just ask you to contact me in private after the session? You have, if you go to my Facebook page, you will find my WhatsApp number, my working WhatsApp number. I don't remember it right now, but my Facebook page is called IELTS and More.
Okay, I know.
So if you go to IELTS and More, send me a WhatsApp message, and then I will direct you to the right tool and the right person to talk to.
Thanks,
okay.
Thanks.
Pleasure. Shaima, yes, Shaima.
Yes, peace be upon you.
Of course, go ahead.
Peace be upon you. Do you hear me?
Yes, Shaima, I hear you loud and clear.
Okay. First of all, thanks for this amazing session. It's so beneficial and it's so informative. I have a question.
Yes.
I'm using a mobile phone. I'm using Zoom on mobile phone. So I want to know what to do if I have an annotation tool and look meeting, the options you have talked about so far.
All right. the thing is, Shayma, no matter what the tool is, it cannot be 100% perfect on all devices. The best way, and my advice is, if you're going to deliver a session, try to use your computer, your laptop. If you have to use your mobile phone, sometimes you will meet some inconveniences.
Yes.
And you know, just because, again, most of the teachers are using the free version. That's why most of the teachers are disabled after 40 minutes. But you know what? These 40 minutes, it doesn't have to be a break through your session. These, after the 40 minutes, you can do something which we call the off-screen time. Give a task for students that they can do in 5 or 10 minutes behind screens. They don't need to see your screen. They don't need to be with you in order to be able to do that. And I suggest that you have a WhatsApp group or a Google Classroom for such tasks. So the student know 40 minutes. The class is, paused, for example, or disabled for the minute. You directly have a task that you know you have to do because you are going to report back to the session after you get back. So it doesn't have to be you stopping the session. It's you telling the student, guys, now we have the off-screen time. What is off-screen time, Ms. Fatma? This is the time when you have a task you will do in your own and report back to me when you come to the session.
Yes. Okay. Can I use Zoom on desktop computer?
Absolutely, yes. Of course. Do you
And
think you have to have a laptop? No.
Yes, and I will have
Complete
these options. Yes.
Guys, yes. I'm sorry, Shayba. I see many teachers here complaining about the fact that they don't have the pro version. Type. The only two most important things about the pro version is the 40-minute thing, which you can easily overcome with the idea of the off-screen task. And the second one is you don't have a stable ID. I mean, you came to the session today, although I wasn't here, and you were able to get in because I have a pro account. Let's be honest, I have a pro account in that part. So when you come to the session, I am not here, you can stay in the waiting room until I come back to you. But in the other one, you can make a recurring meeting. That's an ID you can use every time the students can use it, and they will not be admitted into a waiting room or a main room unless you come to the session. I don't think it's a big deal, honestly. The only bother is if you want to have a stable ID, or if you want the session to last more than the 40 minutes because you can't afford the off-screen time. How can I send homework? How can I correct it and give feedback, especially in writing homework? How can we correct? Type, okay. Let me answer the question one by one. Homework, use Google Classroom. I use that. Google Classroom is neat, it's organized, it's fantastic. And through IELTS and more, inshallah, I will give a session about how to use Google Classroom. That's number one. Number two, how can I correct it and give feedback? Did you know that you and your students can use something called Google Document for you? Everyone in the session can write in this Google document and you can correct on the spot right in front of the students, or you can just send them the feedback either through voice note or written through Google Documents. Everybody can see, everybody can write, and it's very good for collective writing. How can we overcome the 40 minutes time if we use the free version? As I just said, the off-screen time is a very good option. There's another thing which is you telling your students that, for example, we're doing 40 minutes on screen, 40 minutes off screen, or 15 minutes off screen, and then they come back to the session. And for example, you can just, another thing is just put the break after those 40 minutes. Guys, 40 minutes, 5-minute break, 40 minutes, 5-minute break. And I believe from the bottom of my heart that the best of us can have an attention span for like 1 hour, 1 hour and a half maximum. So if it's like 40 minutes, I don't think it's a big deal. And on the very contrary, for the cognitive skills, I feel that the 40 minutes is a plus, it's not a minus. You are asking for my Facebook page, right? Okay, my Facebook page is IELTS and More. IELTS and More. Let me write it down for you here. IELTS and More. Simply contact me in that page and I will more than happy answer all your questions. How about video optimization? Oh yes, about the video optimization. If you have a very low quality internet, I suggest something. If you live in Egypt, and this is something to say for everybody who is living in Egypt, go contact the, because I used to have this problem, contact your internet server provider and ask them, guys, do you have a fiber connection or a fiber cable into my area or not? If you have fiber cable, you can raise your internet connection and you can pay like £150. With a fiber connection, I guarantee you there will be no disruption of the session. You will not see the message that says you have unstable internet connection. I know about this message. I used to have it before the fiber connection. I need to know if working through net is stable for kindergarten. Oh my goodness, kindergarten. Now, Alhamdulillah, thank you, Lord. I only teach adults, but again, if you have the fiber connection, the fiber cables, you can increase the internet speed. I have like 8 giga here. Amani wants to say something, of course. Let me see.
Okay. As after permission, as they ask, those people who are asking about 40 minutes and the problem of 40 minutes. Okay, they can arrange or divide the tasks they are going to deliver to their students according to certain time. So
Yes.
timing, yes, timing and lesson planning, preparing the lesson before, help them to make it easy for them to use all the 40 minutes in an effective way. Okay.
Yes.
Also, clear instructions. Clear instructions help them to move easily among and transfer from one activity to another, sensitizing, nominating some students, some of their students, in order to say or read or do the activity together. Okay, this helps them to save time and get the whole benefit from the 40 minutes.
Agreed. I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. That's what I
Thank
meant
you.
by the off-screen time as well. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Amin. Do you have any other questions, ladies and gentlemen, before we say goodbye? Let me see. Did I miss any of the questions here? How can I make a vote? By using the interaction patterns. By the way, I will send the I will upload the PowerPoint slide today into, again, IELTS and More, and I will send it to Ms. Hiba Abdeldaim. Thank you so much, Hiba, for asking me to be the guest speaker today. It was my greatest pleasure, and I never had so much fun in a training session, even when I was training face-to-face teachers. I enjoyed myself today. I don't know about you guys, but I enjoyed myself. The recorded session, I will upload the recorded session also to my YouTube channel, again under the same name, IELTS and More. Let me give you the YouTube channel for you if you want to go and maybe let's see, if you want to see this session, I will upload it to my YouTube channel. I'm not sure if the Relo also would upload it or not, but here is mine. Please look in the chat box. Here is my YouTube channel. And I will, inshallah, upload it both to my YouTube channel and the PowerPoint as well. Okay, thank you. What is possible? Sami, I don't understand the question. I'm sorry. Venus, what's the question, Saber? Guys, could you please repeat the questions again? May you write the link to your channel here? Of course. There you go. Here's my YouTube channel. And here is my Facebook account as well. There you go. Both of them. There you go. It's in the chat box. Asma, what are you asking about, Asma? Oh, it's in the waiting room. I am very sorry. Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go. I'm sorry. I sent it to the waiting room. Oh my. Oh my. And you kept asking me for it. Oh, there you go. My sincerest apologies. By the way, also the Nile TESOL session that was about how to become an online teacher and what places you can go to and what tools do you need to be an online teacher is also through that YouTube channel. I've already uploaded that before. All right, thank you so much. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.